And when the battle was raging fiercely, Nara and Nārāyana entered the field, and Narayana, seeing the celestial bow in the hand of Nara, called to mind his own weapon, the Danava destroying discus. And lo, the discus Sudarshana, destroyer of enemies, like to Agni in effulgence, and dreadful in battle, came from sky as soon as thought of. And when it came, Narayana of fierce energy, possessing arms like the trunk of an elephant, hurled with great force that weapon of extraordinary lustre, effulgent as blazing fire, dreadful and capable of destroying hostile towns. And that discus, blazing like fire that consumes all things at the end of Yuga, hurled with force from the hands of Narayana, and falling constantly everywhere, destroyed the Daityas and the Danavas by thousands. Sometimes it blazed like fire and consumed them all, sometimes it struck them down as it coursed through the sky, and sometimes falling on the earth, it drank their life blood like a goblin. On the other hand, the Danavas, white as the clouds from which the rain has dropped, possessing great strength and bold hearts, ascended the sky, and by hurling down thousands of mountains continually harassed the Devas, and those dreadful mountains, like masses of clouds, with their trees and flat tops, falling from the sky, collided with one another and produced a tremendous roar. And when thousands of warriors shouted without intermission in the field of battle, and mountains with the forests their own began to fall around, the earth with her forests trembled. Then the divine Nara appeared at the scene of the dreadful conflict between the Asuras and Ganas, the followers of Rudra, and reducing to dust those rocks by means of his gold-headed arrows, he covered the heavens with dust. Thus, discomfited by the Devas, and seeing the furious discus scouring the fields of heaven like a blazing flame, the mighty Danavas entered the bowels of the earth, while others plunged into sea of salt waters. And having gained the victory, the Devas offered due respect to Mandara and placed him again on his own base. And the nectar-bearing Devas made the heavens resound with their shouts and went to their own abodes. And the Devas, on returning to the Devaloka, rejoiced greatly, and Indra and the other deities made over to Narayana the vessel of Amrita for careful keeping. And so ends the 19th section in the Āstïka Parva of the Aadi Parva.